All right, so this is problem number 15 from Unit 2, either A or B, I can't remember which one. Now this problem is a little unusual in that it asks us to derive a derivative, that of cosecant of x, that we already know. The derivative of cosecant is negative cosecant cotangent of x, right? Cosecant of x times negative cosecant of x times cotangent of x. But this is asking us to act as if we don't know what that is and to follow this chain of steps to see if we can prove what that derivative is. So we're going to follow the logic of this and see if we can find any errors in the process. So first of all, we're going to start with this first step. Cosecant of x times sine of x is 1. Is that true? Well, if you ask yourself what cosecant is 1 over sine, and 1 over sine times sine would indeed be 1. So that step is right. So in the second step, it looks like they're taking the derivative of both sides. So if I take the derivative of the left-hand side, it would be the derivative of whatever that is, and of course we're going to use the product rule, and then the derivative of 1 would be 0. So that's right. Now, the next step asks us to take the derivative of the product without actually taking the derivative of cosecant, because remember, we're acting as if we don't know what that is. So here we go, product rule. Product rule says you take the derivative of the first thing times the second function plus the derivative of the second function. And remember, we assume that we don't know the derivative of cosecant, but we know everything else. The derivative of sine is cosine times the first function itself. And then that's going to equal the 0 that we already found. So if I look at step 3, there's the derivative of cosecant, there's sine, there's cosecant, there's cosine equals 0. That step is right. And then what they're trying to do again is prove what the derivative of cosecant is. So I want to take this expression that I've written here for step 3 and isolate the derivative of cosecant. So what I'm going to do is move anything that doesn't have that derivative over to the other side. And then I'm going to divide both sides by sine x. Now you can see that matches up with this step. And then the step that goes for the rest of it, if I were to rewrite this fraction as negative cosine x over sine x times cosecant x over 1, that's the same thing as negative cotangent x times cosecant x, which is this step. So essentially in this proof, there is no error.